Drawing is so simple. It's such a short distance from your brain to your hand. And it's very difficult to lie when you're making a drawing. You can't fake it. It's completely see-through. Drawing is something you can do whenever. Always. There's always pen, or something to write with, piece of paper, or your finger in the sand, or your finger on dust. And this makes it a very, very democratic way of expressing yourself. It must be the most basic human way of expressing yourself, always, and has always been. When you're a kid or a teenager and you learn about how the world is functioning or not functioning, or how it is dysfunctional, on my part, I felt this like really strong anger, and to vent that anger was to play music and create something. Creativity is kind of yourself pulling yourself out of a hole in the ground, like by yourself, instead of just digging further into that hole, which is apathy, which is just consumerism, or consuming everything from things to entertainment, instead of trying to find your own reasons for creating. It's always a stream of consciousness or unconsciousness. I don't know. So that point between having control and letting go, like you have to be when you're playing music. Well, I started drawing when I was a kid, and I never stopped. I was always drawing on paper after school, after kindergarten. Fantasy figures and stick people and people with genitalia and everything, and I tried to push to see the reactions on, on my mom's face when she saw my drawings. Everything was accepted. Nothing was taboo or strange or weird, so I just kept on drawing. Suddenly, hip-hop exploded all over the world. I didn't realize that you could take your drawings and present them outside in public space and just, share what you were doing with the world. So it was like carte blanche to go out on the street and share. We never went out tagging and just making random scribblings. We tried to make the world a more beautiful place, or to give something that would be an experience when you saw it. Yeah, I had some years where I had intense migraines. I was maybe like around 9, 10 years old. I don't really remember how old I was. But when I had those migraines, I had to close my eyes. I couldn't hear or see anything. An experience of your nervous system going completely haywire. What I saw with closed eyes was just these amazing, amazing patterns that were almost like electric, hard shapes melting into each other and then becoming very soft, white and black shapes. Just incredible patterns and figures, and like a hallucinatory, like a trip. I didn't think about that until many, many years later, that how this has influenced the way I make my work, but definitely that I see that coming out in my work. In music and in art, I find it very important that it has some kind of message and that it relates and gives something back to society and to people, and that it is a giving thing. I enjoy it much myself when I see street art. People have made something, they have shared something on the street, and you walk by and you just see it. It's just there. Suddenly it just appears in front of you, and it's like, wow, that's really beautiful. It's really nice. And when you go to a museum or a gallery or this kind of this side of the art world, you're always, okay, I'm going to a gallery, I'm going to a museum, I'm expecting to see something, and it's going to give me something. But then you have these goggles, filters. It doesn't work. I just picked up a piece of chalk and started drawing on the street, and suddenly I was behaving differently on the street, and people were looking, what's going on here? He's drawing with chalk. You know, it puts a smile on people's face because everybody has at some point made a drawing with chalk. When you walk around in your town, you go from your home to your work, you just put on your headphones and you look in your phone and you're not experiencing what's going on in your local environment. But suddenly there's this guy sitting on the pavement making a big chalk drawing that's going to go away if it starts raining in the afternoon. And maybe that will create some kind of like that you're thinking about that, and hopefully opening up to the little changes and experiences. I went to art school and saw all the beautiful art that has been made. And then after art school, you realize that, oh, it's all about this positioning, about strategies, about making money, about, you know, all these kind of things. To me, the art world, the elitistic, money-driven art world is completely uninteresting. I want it to be an experience that you just share in front of the artwork. Just like you go to a concert, you just love the music and you're loving the music together with everybody who's there. I mean, it doesn't matter who they are, you just share this experience. And we are just a community of people on a planet floating in outer space. And we have no clue why we are here. We should let go of all this resentment and anger and misunderstanding of each other and just encourage something else. I opened my own gallery art shop because of that. I have the galleries where I am based here in Oslo, and whatever they are doing, I don't understand, and it doesn't give me any satisfaction or joy to go there. I opened my own gallery space to have anybody from anywhere can just walk in and look at my work. I'm probably there and we can talk about it. It's not about scenery or atmosphere or ambience or these things. It's about energy. Trying to manifest that energy. Because everything I draw is non-existent. It's not something I've seen in the physical world. I've seen it all in the hallucinatory world. To me, it's very important to create every day, to continuously make drawings, and I would be very frustrated if I had chosen a different basis for my creation and expression.